Now,
Welcome to week 7 of Photoshop. Reminder, everybody, first thing you do when you get into class is what? We go and I'm going to share my screen with sound because I always forget to do that. But here we go. I have a million things open, but let's take a look. I am going, okay, so I got to Google. Now to Google, I'm going to go to gavelin.edu.
up here.
Yep, type in gavelin.edu. Hey, by the way, when you're on the front page, I know everyone goes to the front page of the website and clicks I Learn and never looks at anything. But if you scroll down right here, right here is Gap TV News. This is what our students make right here. We have the Cesar Chavez Day one up there. It'll be right there. Yep. Let's minimize that. Okay, once we're there at Gavlin, we're going to click on the I Learn option. Give it a second. Did you hit enter? I'm gonna go to I Learn, right? We're gonna log into Canvas.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Hey, what's up, T? You got a hard drive, bro?
I do.
Ooh, maybe I'll give you some stuff.
Did you watch Park?
I did.
Sorry.
All right.
I like it. It's gonna go up tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
It was
It's
tricky.
not helping.
Okay, let's try Safari instead. It's the one that looks like a compass right next to.
Right here.
Yeah, let's click that one.
Okay.
Maybe Google is just mad at us today, and they're gonna have to type gavelin.edu again.
And then
It's not you can use that one.
up here.
Yep. Cool. You can use your laptop if you want. Just grab a station. All right, we're all logging in and downloading the assets. Okay, that's what we're doing.
Okay, now.
Good. Click on Gavlin right there. Where it says Gavlin Home. Yep. Click that one.
Right here.
Yeah, click that one. That'll skip you a step. Now you got to use your G number and password.
Oh wait, no, this is one of these. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. I got some good. Oh, you know what? I gave my hard drive to Grant, so I don't even have the footage to transfer to you right now.
Something
So
happened.
I got like 3 Gab TVs that need editing.
Righteous.
Yeah. Yeah. You see the nominations, bro?
I did. I see him. David unfortunately said he can't make it.
You can't be there?
No, he just started a new job. San Jose. He checked his schedule. I gave him his monthly schedule. He was working till midnight.
It's not sunny anymore.
Bummer.
Oh boy.
So you got to do your username. Do you know your number?
I do, and I have it right here.
All right.
Just hold it out for my.
We'll give you a second to catch up. Everybody, opportunities, we go here, and then what I suggest is we scroll all the way down to lesson 07 files. Remember, this is always sad, so we click this thing right here, which takes us to Dropbox.
Mine's loading so slow.
So slow today? Oh gosh, I love technology. Well, the good news is I only got 4 files for you to download this time. Just a couple PSDs.
Okay.
No big deal. All right. And your password. Okay, once we download your assets, which web browser are you using? Try a different one. If Chrome's not loading Gavlin's website, or is it? Oh, it's downloading the assets. Okay.
All right.
All right. We'll give it a second to catch up.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, Cindy. Okay.
I'm your worst nightmare.
No, you're not my worst nightmare. If you're my worst nightmare, I got good nightmares.
Yeah.
So let's just go here.
Oh, weird weather we're having too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like last week it was so windy and rainy.
I know, right?
It's crazy.
It's supposed to be summer already, right?
Ooh, mine messed up.
Okay, good. So we're in here. Now we're gonna do. Oh, that's
So
art.
a dry
How do you like your
fit
other
wash-
classes?
Oh, my art classes sucks.
What?
My photography class is good though. So I think
Who's
I'm
your
good.
teacher for the art class?
Christine, and she understands that I really struggle with what she's doing, so
Hmm.
I just sit in the class. I did some stuff at home, but she doesn't, I can't download anything, so.
All right, so we're gonna download this for you. And continue to download only, say allow. All right, it's downloading. We'll give it a second to download. Yours is still going slow? Cindy was able to get hers in 6 seconds or
Yeah,
something.
well,
Mine
so-
are still downloading.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we got that. So everybody, welcome back. How's everybody's spring break? Good?
It was really
Good,
nice,
Santi?
yeah.
Angel good?
It's really
Yeah.
good.
Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely got some stuff done with.
Yeah.
It was good.
School projects or what? Yep.
So he works till 10 where? He works till 10 where?
At the Toyota dealership in San Jose.
San Jose. He could come to the after party.
When's the party coming up?
April, okay, is there a party coming on? Well, everybody in Photoshop, guess what? You're invited to my party.
Okay.
And my party's here on campus on April 25th at 6 p.m. And you know what that is? That's the Student Film Showcase.
Oh,
Come to
yeah.
my party and watch some good movies. We give out Gabby Awards.
Do you have like a flyer?
If you logged into the website, I have the information, but I don't have a physical flyer. I should do physical flyers.
Yeah, you
But-
should.
What we, what we do, everybody, is this is our showcase where we hand out the Gabby Awards. Ooh, this is the Gabby Award. See, we don't have a Photoshop Gabby Award yet, but this is for our filmmaking classes. Our students compete all year to make it. Our nominations just came out, and our list of movies just came out, which include movie made by Santi, a movie made by Tony, Angels, and which ones are you in?
Huh?
Which Gabbies are you in? The films that are playing.
Oh, okay.
Are you not in anything? You're not nominated?
No.
Who are these judges, man? Oh, ridiculous. Well,
Well,
next year.
So April.
72 Hour didn't win, and it didn't. Unfortunately, you have to blame Marie. Because because we don't have a lot of time to
Oh, yeah,
show.
we-
Usually we show.
It deserves its
Yeah, it's Devil's Game. Are you in Devil's? We have our longest
I didn't
short
make it
film
up.
ever. April 25th at 6 p.m. here at the theater. And then the best thing is afterwards we have a party, and come to the party at Grant's house. There's food and drinks.
Oh.
And really fun.
We were saying that we should have a pool party too.
Grant has a pool, so
Pool party.
I'm not in charge. But what?
It's a jacuzzi. It's like
It does have. He has a pool though, like literally, like. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit the P and the S, everybody. Mine's already open. Look, there's a piece of garlic right there.
This one here.
Save, don't
start-
save,
start
don't
tab,
save, don't
P and-
save, don't save, don't save. P and S, P and the S. Nope, just open P and S first.
Oh, yes.
P and S, yes. All right,
All right.
all right.
Oh, now I need to put my
Oh,
email. What?
Oop. I forgot to. You need to, yeah, remember, opening it up, you have to type in,
See Thibodeau?
yes, your Gavlin email.
I forget my password.
Well, it's your first initial last name at gavlin.edu. We'll let everybody do that. What's up? Oh, shoot, makes me nervous. What's going on?
No, I was just looking at my grade.
In this class?
Is it? Yeah.
In this, okay, just know that your grade's based off of if you haven't turned things in.
Oh, the
What-
PSD file, right?
Yes, you got to turn in the PSD files. If you turn in the wrong file, I can't give you credit. Yeah, so yeah, when we get in the lab, I can absolutely help everyone. Okay, we're gonna open up Photoshop. The other thing that we're going to open up, is you can see all the recent work here. What we're also going to open up is Bridge, right? The B and the R. Bridge is just like a really good file browser. What? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay. These, I gotta say, I hate the zoom controls. They always mess me up. B and the R. Let's open Bridge.
Okay, now, we're,
Great. What's up, Nick?
okay, where are you going now?
Okay, so now that you're in Bridge, right? You open Bridge, or you're in Photoshop. Open Bridge is the B and the R. So with Bridge, I can browse my computer and get it. You're gonna find you go to your downloads and find your lesson 7.
I'm in Bridge.
All right. So in Bridge, we're gonna go into our downloads right here.
Oh,
And then it downloads lesson 7. And look, you should be able to see all those files. Now, remember, what we can do is zoom in. If you go the plus and the minus right here, you can zoom in. You can look up at mine too, as an example. See the plus and the minus right here? So we're zooming in. And of course, what I always do is I give you the assets you need to work with. But see this right here, Sydney? See my cursor up on the screen?
no, I don't.
The cursor is right here.
Oh,
See it
yeah.
moving? Here's the plus and the minus, basically the zoom tool. We can zoom in. So I always give you the end, what your final project should sort of look like. Look, pretty basic. We're learning type today, and we're working off of our file that we did last week when we didn't have a lecture. So you should have had fun with masking. And if you didn't have the opportunity to go and follow along online, I will provide you with my masked version to work off of today, okay? Makes sense? So this is what yours is going to look like, but I will tell you, this is my final version, and you're going to get font options and style options. You can make it different. What you have to show me to get credit is you have type that has a clipping mask on it with a texture. You need to be able to show me that you can do a shadow. You can show me that you can warp your text, and that you can lay and change different font style, sizes, colors, etc. Make sense? All pretty basic if you have done this before, but if not, it's a fun time to learn. All right, so let's go and you could use the minus to get smaller. Now let's go to 07 start PSD. I'm going to double click that, or you can use your PSD from last week. So
This one here?
or not last week. Yeah, start with that one, Cindy. But if you have yours from 2 weeks ago, sorry, last week was spring break, and I hope, I assume all of you were doing Photoshop like crazy last week, right? But if you choose mine, it actually has an asset on it that yours probably doesn't have. So
Click on her.
double click.
Okay.
Gotta double click faster, Cindy. That's the problem. Okay, or you can control click and say open. Hey, what's up? Welcome, welcome. All right, here you go. There you go, Cindy. There we go. We should all see this. Download your assets and you can catch up, okay? All right. All right, so we're looking at our image. We have our masked model. You can see that right here we have our mask. And if I disable my mask, we can see how gross the outline looks here. I'm going to re-enable my mask right there. Now, sorry, let me silence my phone. And I'm just going to look at my notes to see what order I want to teach you this in. So perfect opportunities. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Another Gabby nominated person right here. Everybody, April 25th. April 25th at 6th. Bye. Bye. Thanks for showing up. All right. Let me just look at this. We'll give everyone plenty of opportunities. Okay. We are talking about our type tool today. And the type tool really is a asset where we can add text. So imagine you see my final image. The concept is this is an album. This is podcast album art. or you could make an album. Or guess what? There used to be this thing that we had back in the day called a magazine. Has anyone ever just think of a book? Well, okay, books aren't really good example. So imagine your PDF was like was printed on a bunch of slices of trees and it had a hardbound. But then people are like, let's make it not so hardbound. Let's make it soft. And it came monthly, right? And you would learn about stuff. So we're gonna make a podcast album cover, but also would be a magazine cover, or we're just learning how to do type tools right now. So that's my bit that I like to do. I usually do it about VHS cassettes, which are old DVDs, which are how Netflix used to come to your house. Okay. Caught up? Downloading? Okay, great. Great. Okay, there we go. Let's see how it looks here. Go. All right. All right. Well done. Okay, I'm glad I looked at my notes. First and foremost, most important thing that we're going to do here, we're going to go File, Save As. This is what we should do every week. We do this every week. It is, if you opened up my project, it's going to say 07 Start, but instead you should call it 07 Working, right?
Okay, now where is that?
You can go up and say File, Save As.
Up here,
Yep, where it says File,
file.
then click Save As.
Okay.
When you click that, now you can rename your asset. This way, you're not saving it as the same name as mine. You're making it unique. And that way, when you upload it, I can see, hey, I would recommend Working or putting your name more likely. So I'm going to say Working Tim. Okay. So that I know it's me or T. Holland, whatever you want to
Just
do.
my name is fine.
Yeah, Cindy's fine. But I would put 07 at the front because it's week 7. Okay. So now I'm going to go save right there. All right, and that'll allow us to save a separate one from there.
Okay, that's all I need to do, and then save.
Yeah. So our next thing that we're going to do is talk about the rulers. And there is a ruler tool that we can use to help us align our images. Who knows where the ruler tool is located?
The ruler tool?
The ruler tooler. Well, mine's already up here. Look, I already have mine active, and you can see at the top and the bottom of my screen right here is the ruler tool, but yours doesn't have that. I don't see it on Cindy's. I don't see it on anybody else's. So what can we do? Let's go to view. Okay, we're going to click view. I don't like that. Leave it all on, please.
All on? There's a glare back here.
View.
Coney, can you not see back there?
Click
I
on-
could see it.
Okay.
double click on-
It's his meta glasses that are a problem. Click on view.
Double click.
Just single click. It'll drop down the menu. And then we want to go to where it says rulers. Click on the rulers. Whoa, okay, everybody got their rulers on now? Why? My ruler looks different than your ruler though. Why? Does your ruler look the same as mine?
Because you want to be different.
I do want to be different. That is unique.
Oh, mine's not.
Yours is already on the whole time. It's a useful tool that you might have had on already. If you didn't, especially if you're using your own laptop, you might have already had it turned on, but because you're using school laptops, it kills all the defaults. This is something that will stay on until you turn it off. And I will tell you right now, if we go into view and we say rulers, an extra, I'm spoiling something I'm going to teach you at the end, but what? So, yeah. So extras are everything that's not on your image. The extras are like the rulers and stuff. So if I turn off extras here, the ruler still stays up. Well, it's because I haven't done anything to show extras yet. So that's why I was going to wait to show you later. Okay. So now with the ruler tool, so cool. There's a ruler at the top and a ruler at the bottom. But how does that help me? Great question, Tim.
Is there a ruler in the top? Where is it?
Well, see, you have the ruler up here on your image. See where it is on mine right here? See how you have numbers now above your image? Right here. There's your rulers. But yours are all in different numbers. So if I go onto the ruler right here and I control click, you can see, hold control and click, you can see that I have inches selected. What do all of you have selected? Pixels. All right, let's work in inches environment, but you can see, so hold control and click, hold the control button and click with the mouse.
Click what?
Right on the ruler.
Right on the ruler.
Oh, see? Now change it from pixels to inches.
Okay.
There you go. Now yours looks like mine, right?
Okay.
But you can see the different options where you can work in pixels, you can work in inches, you can work in centimeters, millimeters, points, picas, and percent. Okay, why would I work in anything other than that? Well, inches really allows me to know that when I print it out, it's going to be so big, right? But if it's only digital, then I can say pixels. And how much is a good pixel? You know, how big are pixels related? Pixels are the amount of dots that are within an inch of a screen, or even a dot of a screen. So if you look at this, one single pixel is like one tiny bitty little dot. And you can see that if I go into pixels here, how much of this image, it's 0 and all the way over here. So this is 100 pixels within this one image alone. So good to know there. Okay, I'm going to go back to inches. We're going to work in inches today just because we're getting that. Now, what I can do is I can go ahead and pull I'm going to use the ruler to make an alignment mark. So alignment mark is a visual representation, which will help me know where the center of the image is. I can mark certain areas. And the way that I do that is I go over here to my ruler and I just click and drag. And look, oh, now I have a line. And look, it's a perfectly straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the dead center of the image right here. And you can see the X axis. So this is X and Y axes. X is left and right, Y is up and down. Okay, so if we're talking about the axes of an image, I want you all to make a ruler mark at 4.25.
Okay.
And so you click on the left-hand ruler.
Okay, right here.
The left side ruler, that's the top ruler. Do the left ruler. Go left, 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 left. Okay, click and drag now. Click and hold, and then there you go, there's your line. Now go all the way to the center. I'm going to tell you right now, it has snapping on it, so it wants to be in the center. So you want it to where the X says 4.25, Cindy. Oh, there, you passed it. Go back a little bit. There you go. Oh, okay. So Cindy, you clicked off it, not exactly, but guess what? If I click on this ruler, I can move it anywhere that I want.
It's on 4. You wanted 2.5.
I want 4.25.
So how do I do?
Great. Just click it a little more. Click and drag it a little more. All right, you're not click on it. Oh, say okay. Just click on that. Yep, and drag it. Oh, it's not going. Click, click, click. All right, let me see. It went into the marquee tool here. So if we go say okay, if we go to the cursor tool and we choose our one right there, then we can, if we pull over, I want you to do this so you can feel it. So click right here where it highlights. It changes look, it's okay. You just moved the whole image, but that's all right. We can scroll back up. If we just scroll right here, we can scroll up and down. Now, look, your cursor tool changes when you're able to select it. Okay. So when it turns to that, now click and drag.
Keeps moving.
Yeah, if you rub on the mouse, it changes your view. But also, Cindy, look, I did the same thing you did up on my screen. Look, I moved it, but look, you can say view, and then you can say fit on screen. And fit on screen will move you back to it if you mess up. So view, the view option. View right above here. Look on my screen. View is right up here. See view? So click, and so it pops down window, and then you want to say fit on screen. See where view is on my screen? It's right above. It's the word view.
I don't see it at all.
Go up, all the way up. It's the top bar.
It's two.
All the way up, all the way up. There you go. Type, select, filter, view.
Okay. Okay.
Now, and then go to fit on screen.
Okay. All right. Now it moved.
Great. Also, just note, hey, guess what? We pulled from the left. What happens if you pull from the top? Hey, look, I can make another ruler, and I can go ahead and make multiple rulers if I really wanted to. And this is a really great way to like, hey, I'm going to align a bunch of text. All right. And you can see all of my rulers are there.
So,
Feel free to play around with it. All I want is the dead center ruler right now. And so, hey, Tim, I did all these rulers or these ruler marks. What can I do? Well, if you select it and hit delete, they go away.
so how do I get her to get bigger?
Oh, you zoomed her in. Okay, here, let me do that for a second. You have the transform tool on, so we can make her smaller like that. All right. We're going to do that and then hit the check mark. Means you're not going to transform her anymore. Okay. Let's go command. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get rid of my ruler marks. I was just showing you, but feel free to play around with the ruler marks. They're useful. They're pretty fun. Okay. Pretty fun. I mean, yeah, lots of fun, Tim. I love using a ruler. Whoa, I had so much fun in class today. He taught me how to use a ruler. Okay, sorry.
Which one? The middle one.
All right. So here we are going to add our type tool. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and we are going to go for pattern fill. Okay. So click the pattern fill layer over here on your layers panel right here. Over here on your layers panel right here. Okay.
There's too much light in here.
See my marker right here. Select this one that says pattern fill. There's really only 3 layers so far. Episode background, pattern fill, model. Okay.
I can't see.
So it's the layers panel right here. It's the thing that says layers on your screen right here.
Where's that?
So your screen looks exactly like mine, right?
Well,
So look
no,
where my
it's-
cursor
no,
is.
No,
See where my cursor is, Cindy?
Yes.
I'm in the middle of the screen and I go to the right where the layers panel is. So in the middle of your screen, go right. Don't click on anything. Just move your cursor to the right. Move your cursor to the right. You don't know what you did? What did you do? All right, Command Z.
I was trying to.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, okay.
You did a style change on it. It's right there, Cindy. Okay, good. You click pattern fill. Great. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna.
I did this?
Well, I don't know. It's highlighted, but you need to click this layer right there.
Oh,
Right here?
Great. Okay. Why did we click that layer? We clicked that layer because we're gonna make a new layer, and anytime you make a new layer, it goes above the layer that you have selected. So we want to be below the model, but above pattern fill. Okay. So click on pattern fill. Then we're going to go over to our tool panel on the left, and we're going to select the T tool, which is the horizontal type tool. It's also, if you just hit T, you'll change your icon from the pointer tool. It's over there, it's the T.
Right here? This is the T?
That's not a T. That's the one that looks like a T right
Right here.
there. See, T. Horizontal type tool. Okay. Now, before we do anything or click anything on your horizontal type tool, we have our options panel up here. We can automatically change our options on our fonts. Okay. So note that right here, I'm going to click this option up here and it drops down all the fonts that I have on my computer. Now, my computer, I have a lot of unique fonts. You're going to have probably the default fonts. You can download fonts and load them. We'll talk about that at the end. But I want you to, we're all going to use a very basic font. Let's go and select, I have to remember which one I picked.
So I'm still clicking the T, right?
Yeah, go up to, go over to the right where it says Myriad Pro.
Okay.
Great. So just note that we can look at all of the different fonts there. If you click the little caret, which is the little downward arrow right there, yep, it'll show you all the fonts that are on your computer. And note that there's a couple of different options. I selected all, and there's note right here where we can see the name of the font. We can see a sample of what the font looks like. But in between there's one that looks like the Creative Cloud icon, and there's a T option. Now, Creative Cloud is an Adobe font, so you could download it from your Adobe account. Are you logged in?
Just started right now.
You just started?
Shut down?
It just restarted?
Yes.
Your whole computer? Oh, man. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Good. All right. Let it reboot up. If it doesn't restart, go there. You probably have to download the files again, unless you put it on a hard drive. Oh, good. So you're a step above. All right.
So all classes, click that.
All classes are all the fonts that are on here. And you can see that there's a bunch of different options on here that allow you. And in fact, I can select, these are all the ones that are Adobe fonts that I don't have
How do I do
downloaded.
that? 'Cause I don't see that.
We-
All I see is little boxes.
Yes, so all classes here, and then you can select serif, sans serif, script. Any of those options will change if you click the names. So if you want to select a font, you can click the names and it'll change what font you selected. All right, Cindy, just hold on a second. All right, I'm going to choose let's do Myriad Pro, huh? So let's find Myriad Pro. There we go. I'm going to choose Myriad Pro. And then we'll note that next to the font here is the style of the font. It says regular, but look, not every font's going to have a style. Here's the basic styles that are in Myriad Pro. Also, guess what we can do here? Since you're all searching for Myriad Pro, right? I went into the M and I selected Myriad Pro. You can also do this. I can go into my fonts right here and I can literally type M, Y, and it's going to bring up anything that says Myriad Pro. So it's going to bring up anything. If you know the right spelling of the font that you want, look, I can bring up Arial, A-R-I, no. Do I not have Arial on here? What the heck? Helvetica? What did I? Oh, it's because I'm in Adobe fonts. My bad. Okay, your fonts, more fonts. Okay, that's why Arial, A-I-A-L. So look, and it shows me all the Arials that I have loaded onto my machine. But let's go Myriad Pro, regular. Okay, so you can select it that way. Or I can just type it in and look at all the different options here. Also, font-wise, I'm going to make my font, I'm going to start with my font at 120. Let's go 120 is going to be the font size. And the font size refers to how many pixels your font's going to be. All the way from 1 to 0. You can do halves if you want. And also what I'm going to do is right here, we have our paragraph options. And I want my font to be just like in Word, there's center text, there's right text, and there's left text. It's going to be the orientation of your font. I want everyone to select right align text, which is the one right here. You can see right align text. Right align text is that one right there. So it means it's going to, that's center text. The right align is the one on the right. Okay. And notably, what else do we have here? We have an option to choose a color. I'm going to stick with, you know what? Let's change it to white. Let's make this font white, huh? So I'm going to go up to my color picker. I'm going to go and select white. Also, white's hex number is all Fs. So Fs in the chat, everybody at home. Oh, by the way, speaking of the chat, I don't know what that means, but it always gets a big laugh. So I'll keep saying it. Is Fs in the chat good or bad? I'm assuming bad. L, what's a good one? You're in the color picker. Now go and select white.
How do I get?
Click and drag or click anywhere in your color is going to be what your color becomes. So where's the white in that picture, Cindy?
On the left.
Yeah, look, there's white, right? If you go all the way to the upper left corner, it'll be the most white option you have.
Right there.
Yeah.
New, right?
Yeah, and then say, okay. That's your new color. All right. let me go back to my Photoshop.
This is crazy.
Why is it crazy? I'm walking you through it.
I know, but it's still crazy.
Just be open. We'll make it happen. Okay, now we're gonna actually do our type tool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go up here all the way to the left as possible, and I'm going with my type tool selected, click, and you can see that. Whoa, look! Wherever I clipped, now I have this Latin phrase on there. Everybody get their Latin on there? Angel, I don't see yours yet.
All the way through.
Use your T tool. You're already selected. Just click anywhere on the
Right here?
image, Cindy. Nope, you're already scroll down into your image. There you
Okay.
go. Now I want you to go up here to the upper right where I put it, like right above her head.
Right here?
Yeah, click. Whoa, you got a left tool. All right. You got it? How big did you make yours?
Highlight it.
It's good. Yours is better than mine. I want mine to be bigger.
Yeah, you
So-
said right here.
Yeah, mine didn't do 120. Look, mine did 23 for some reason. So look, I'm going to use now the context tool. This is the context menu, and I can go in and change things. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to change my font size to 120. So, okay, great. Which one do you want to do? What's your problem? Okay, here's what's important to note when we're using the context tool, and especially the type tool. If I click off of it, my text is not selected. Okay? So in order to make a change to it, I need to select it all. I can double click my layer and it'll select all, or what if I want to just change part of it, I can select just a part of it, Ipsen or whatever. All right. It's still 120. Well, it's Latin right now. And look how cool it looks because you're behind the woman's head. What are we going to name our podcast? This is what I want you to type right now, the name of this podcast that we're doing. So I'm going to call this The Font Show. What did I call it in the end one, actually? Maybe I'll make it the same. Typecast. That's what I called it. All right. So let's call it Typecast. That's a clever name. Typecast. There you go. Look, now it kind of fits more. Mine looks italicized comparatively. So look, for some reason, all of the settings I did up here in my tool. Okay, cool. This meeting's being transcribed. Thanks for sharing. It's italicized, but look, I can click here. I'm going to make it go back to regular. Okay, that looks kind of boring to me. So I'm going to actually select it, and I'm going to go and I'm going to change it to bold. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. But Tim, what's cool about the font layer? Well, the font layer is just like any of your other layers. I like it, Cindy. You got it behind there, right?
I know, but how did I do that?
You made another font layer. So look, you have a font layer up here and a font layer down here. So what we can do is just delete one of the extra layers. And what we can do is double click your font here and type whatever you want to type it, whatever you're going to name your podcast. I called mine Typecast, you can see. But you can be original and call it the Cindy Show, or I hate Photoshop, or anything that you want. What's up? Oh, that was on the door? Oh,
Yeah, it was.
oops. I didn't see it when I came in, so thank you for throwing it away. All right, so what we want to do now is we're going to take the typecast. What's also impressive about it is if we select this layer, it's going to maintain. What's fun about the fonts is fun about the fonts again. What's interesting about the fonts is it maintains transparency. It's its own layer. And since it's its own layer, we can do everything that we could do with the layer, including adding masks, adding effects, adding details to it. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go to my cursor tool. And since it's a layer, look, I can move it anywhere it is. So if you put it somewhere down here, you can't read it, you can just go to your cursor tool, which of course is the main one that looks like a cross, the very top tool, and then click and drag your font up to where it's visible. And even more so, I'm going to move it to, you can see my line. Do I want it to be center? or do I want it to be here? And I kind of like her hair being kind of in front of it. So I'm going to choose the perfect position that I like. Also, no, watch this. If I double click my font right here and say, I hate this font, Myriad Pro sucks. By the way, you can absolutely agree with that. And you can do any font you want. Because look, in our context window right here, I have Myriad Pro right there. And if I click and select Myriad Pro and I have my type layer selected and I press down, look what happens. It's giving me an automatically, I can go through and see every font. And it literally is making a change. So I can go through and decide, oh, shoot, this is it. This is it. Oh, ooh, look at that one. Ooh, do we like that? Baby Sky. Ooh, does that look good? Oh, I kind of like that style better. Baby Nui. Oh, ooh, Black Friday deals. You can see other ones, but you can basically scroll through and see, choose whichever one you want. It's giving me a lot. Ooh, I like that one, but realistically, I need to choose. Ooh, okay. Arial narrow. Okay, yeah. Then let's look at the bold version of that. Ooh, I kind of like that. And then also note this. If I have it selected and we play with the font, I can also do the same with my sizing. And the way that I do that is I can click my cursor tool. And instead of typing, if I click here, it's going to give me some defaults, right? Like it'll take me all the way up to 150 or 300. Or 48, but it doesn't give me the 120 that I normally had. Well, guess what? You can type it in here. Cool. But Tim, isn't there another way to do this? Of course there is. Guess what? If I go over to the T, you'll notice that my cursor tool changes to a slip slide tool. It's a finger with like left or right. Now, if I click and drag that, look what it does. It modifies the sizing. So I could literally like go and scrub up and see the difference between 20, 21, all the way up to whatever. So I'm actually going to go and make my typecast. Oh, look, 138. In this font looks great. The other thing that I'll tell you that I use all the time, if I choose my cursor tool and I select my layer, so I'm on my typecast layer, if I use the left and right arrows, these will nudge my image single pixels. So look, I can actually reposition my image. So if I don't have it exactly where I want to move one single pixel. I use this because sometimes when I click and drag, it's like, it wants to snap or whatever. And I have snapping on, I don't want to turn it off. Well, now I can adjust it and make it, okay, cool, typecast. Cool, great. Everybody feel confident about that? Ooh, font cast with a PH. I like that, Cindy.
I don't know how I did that, but anyway.
It's pretty cool. Okay. Now, what we want to do is we want to go back to our assets, which is our bridge. Let's go back to bridge, the BR. Everybody feel confident? I can move on? Okay. Let's go to bridge, and we're going to deal with this metal TIFF. So double click the metal TIFF, and that's going to open us up into Photoshop. Double click that. You gotta double click it.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Doesn't like you double click somehow. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know. I just got the touch. I just got the touch. All right. So what happens this way is we double clicked and open the file. Now bringing it in this way basically creates its own Photoshop file, right? Like it's not combined with our image. So we can do this two different ways. Now, the first one that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you if we open this up, how do we work with this? So I just want to make my image fit the screen. And then we are going to look at our layers right here. And with our layer right here, we can see our background layer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the lock on the background layer. Hey, Marty. So I turned off the lock, now it became layer 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to select layer 0. So go to the little lock tool right there. See where's the little lock? It says background, and then there's a lock icon.
Right.
See the lock? Click that. That unlocks your file. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the file right there. I'm going to say Command C, which is copy, or again, Command C, or I'm going to hit Control, or I'm going to click on it and go, oops, I'm going to click on that layer and I'm going to say Edit, Copy. And then we're going to click off Metal TIFF and go back to Working Him. So the tab, click the tab to go back to your other Photoshop
I
project.
get this to fit in the window, but it's not.
What are you trying to do?
The window?
So you try, oh, you transformed it. Okay, can I show you?
Uh-huh,
So to get it to fit in the window, you just click and drag it to there.
uh-huh.
But it looks like you transformed it. So there we go. All right. But what we want to do is go click on that and say Edit, Copy. I'm going to click over here. Guess what's the opposite of copy? Edit, paste. And boom, now we have a metal layer. Okay?
On top of it. Okay.
Yep. Edit, paste. All right.
Weird.
What's weird?
It's over it.
Over what?
Over the picture.
It is currently over the picture,
Oh,
right?
it's different.
Yours looks different because whatever layer you were selected on, remember when we paste or make a new layer, it's always going to be right above whatever layer you selected on. So we were all selected on the model layer, but you're closer to how I wanted it. So let's do this. Let's then take layer one, which is the metal layer. Let's click and drag it under the model layer. It needs to be under the model layer, but above our type layer. Okay, so you should see the woman and you should be able to have that there.
Like a range set it to-
All right, so you just dragged it off of our workspace. All right. So what I want you to do is select this layer and we can click and drag it down. So it's below. Now it's behind the woman, okay? So also what I do with Cindy, I want to position it so it's over the text. Okay, bring your metal over the text. Click and drag it. Make sure you select your layer and click and drag it up. You can cover it wherever you're going to put it over. We're going to make a clipping mask right now. So basically we're adding the texture of the metal to our image.
So where are we gonna?
You're right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to okay, I showed you the cheat way. That's the way I do it. Let me just remember where I put it. I think it's on layer. Yes. I know all the hotkeys and then I forget. Let me just look. It's in layer. Okay, great. Okay, so select layer one or the metal layer, and then we're going to go layer, and we're going to choose the option create clipping mask. So go up to the layer drop-down window.
Okay.
Yep. And then select create clipping mask. And click it. Whoa, what happens when we click it? Boom. What it does is it creates, and you can see over here on the layer, right here, we can see the little arrow. It makes a clipping mask, and then it's referencing the layer below. So it's taking our text layer, which is essentially a masked layer of a font, and then it's applying, it's basically masking out everything except what's in that font. And what's cool about it is then I can select typecast here and I can like continue to change it, and you can see the texture remains, right? I can make it, I can still adjust everything here, but just note that like essentially because it's a mask, I'm dragging the elements of the metal there. Make sense? Because look, I can drag the metal and change what exactly the background looks like. And if I choose the typecast layer, I have auto select on. Is that the problem? Okay. I can move that as well. Let me just move it. You can see the metal moves at the background. Everybody got that? Yes? You understand? Look, you got metal in the background. Great. Okay. So from there, that is what's called a clipping mask. Let me just see. Okay, what I was going to show you is over here with the clipping mask when I had to look up where the layer was. Well, it's because I use Photoshop every single day, but I know all the hotkeys and the shortcuts and how I've learned it. Just want to show you there's more than one way to do everything. What I was doing was I was control clicking on the metal layer, and that gives me a bunch of the basic options, as you can see. And you can see like there's the clipping mask. Now it says release clipping mask instead of create clipping mask. But the clipping mask, when I use it, I usually go here instead of, I hate, honestly, I'm teaching you the drop-down menu so you know it, but I'm like a hotkey person because it's faster. So, but this is basic, and that's where I get tripped up is I forget where the basics are. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some shadows because it looks cool, but it looks flat, right? We want to add some texture to make this stylized. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the typecast layer or whatever your text layer is. Are you good, Marty? You're logging in?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out if you need to. By the way, everyone, Gabby nominee, another Gabby nominee came in here. They're all invited to the party. Marty made a movie that's an hour long, so it keeps getting longer every time. By the way, you guys gonna fix some of those effect shots before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There's some stuff. By the way, this one right here is a Gabby you can see. It's for the movie Blueberry. Marty won best screenplay right here, but it's misprinted. It says Martin instead of Marty. So this is our example. These are what the Gabby Awards look like. Kind of pointy though, right? Like, Santi, do you have a Gabby Award? Oh, Santi has a Gabby Award. Let's see, Marty, how many Gabby Awards do you have? I love this question. I feel bad. Oh, 8. Only 8.
Yeah.
All right. No one else. I don't have a Gabby Award, FYI. So I was in the program too long ago. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here to this F and X box, and this is a style option for our layers. So the layer styles right here. Add layer style. It's the F and X. So click that and you can see it gives us a bunch of options. The F and X right there. That's layer style menu. We're going to do that and we want to do, I'm going to do inner shadow. You can do whatever you want. You can mess with any of these styles, but you can see now our layer style window comes up and it'll come up and we can see how it affects it. So if I mess with the opacity, look, I can make it really strong or really weak. I'm going to go somewhere in the middle there. My angle, you can see if I move my angle, it changes where the light source comes from. All right, I'm going to go to 120. Why? Why not? Doesn't matter. Maybe if you did the light source like this, you try to match where the light source of the subject is coming from. I would suggest if you're messing with multiple layers, you match all of these layer styles so it doesn't look weird. Distance. Look at this. The distance is how much the shadow comes on. So if I go all the way off, it's pretty much dark. Or if I go all the way on, it's kind of uniform. I don't really get a shadow. So I'm going to go somewhere probably kind of like that. The choke is how much is being added. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and, do 10 on my choke. And then the size is how big it is. So if we make it bigger, you can see the shadow goes smaller or bigger. And if I go to nothing, look, it kind of gives it a weird like outline feel there. But I want the shadow, it kind of makes the shadow softer.
I'm not sure if I'm the right one.
You're in there. Oh, you know you're not, you're an outer glow. Okay. So what we can do is unselect that and we can say inner shadow is the one I'm messing with right here. So now as we select there, these are all the options you can play with. And you can see how it affects your image up there. And in fact, we're actually on the wrong layer. We want to be on this layer right here, okay? So inner shadow. You can see now we can affect, see your text.
Mhm.
There you go. You mess with all of those. Now, what Cindy was doing was getting ahead of me. You can see all of the other layer styles that are optional, right? And yeah, it looks like Angel's changing the color of your shadow, which is great. So you can click here and choose this and say, okay, I want my shadow to be, pink. Here we go. Oh, that looks cool. But yeah, you can change the color of your shadow and you can see all of these other layer styles are there as well. Comic Sans, Marty, really?
It's not Comic
I
Sans.
know, I'm just kidding. I wish it was. Comic Sans is the best, right?
You want the note saying it's off.
Huh?
You want the little note saying it's bad.
Yeah.
Out of style.
Out of style, yes. Yeah, well, we'll get to the notes section, don't worry. Okay, but look, we can go ahead and add all these different types of, look, there's textures with bevel and emboss. Stroke is basically an outline. And you could, look, there's my stroke. I can make it bigger or smaller. Stroke can be an outline. The inner glow, satin as a texture, color overlay changes the whole color. Gradient, you can add a gradient overlay. Here's a pattern overlay. Look, oh, there's a jungle. There's an outer glow. I can see my outer glow is not spread very well. These are all like my previous presets, so you can make it bigger or smaller. Look, oh, make it nice and unreadable. Or drop shadow. You can see my drop shadow. Okay, but I'm just going to do inner shadow. You can mess with it and make it as ugly as you want or as beautiful as you want, right? That's the point. Do we all feel confident in this? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay. All right. All right, we're going to mess with a text path. So what I want you to do is we're going to go to window. Say okay when you're done, Cindy.
Okay.
Okay, now what happens when you move it? Remember how you fix it? View. View.
Okay.
View, and then fit to screen. There you go. All right, now let's go up there and go to window. And I want you, it's already turned on for me, but window, and we want to go paths. Okay. You'll see that I have a preset path. Now, path, you can draw basically how the fonts go. And I have a preset path right there called speech path right here, down here. Okay, speech path. Everybody see this? If you double click speech path, you can see like, oh, look, there's text, like it's like it's a little like squiggly line that comes out near her mouth. We're going to make her say something. Okay. So it's going to mess up Marty's design, but whatever. So what we need to do though, what I recommend is for sure before we go to our, we're going to go to our type tool and start typing, but I want you for sure to go to your type tool and select right aligned. Okay. So click your text tool and then in the context options. So go to the T, remember?
Right here.
T is the text tool. Yep. No, that's a cross. The T. I know the cross is a little
T
T.
is right down here.
Big T. Yeah, big T. There we go. That's what my friends call me, Big T. Huh? The window? Well, there's like the one to the outside. Oh, on your computer? Yeah. Which window do you want? The paths? Yeah. Go to window. Oh, that's the option window. And then you should select path. Okay. Now just note that like the window has all of these these different like panels that are open and closed, and you might have it open or closed. Hey, remember? See, you're gonna if you learn this,
You know what?
fit the screen. Boom. You're learning, Cindy. That's great. And look, you have your little squiggle already on the screen.
Yeah.
So the squiggle on the screen, now select the text. It needs to be, I want you to, or else it's going, you're going to have a problem. Right center aligned. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my text tool to my path.
Sorry, no, it was the chair. I swear.
To the path. To the path.
Okay.
All right. Cindy doesn't believe you.
No, I don't believe it.
To the path. And what I want you to do is move the text tool
Right here?
till, yes, move the text tool until you get to the end of the path right here. And note that it changes the icon from the text horizontal tool. And then click there. And you should see that it's got a squiggle feature here. Now what happened is I'm not seeing.
Mine, she's turned green.
Okay. What we're gonna do is make sure that your text tool is the top layer now. Go to your layers and make sure it's the top layer. If you're not seeing anything,
Right here?
let's go back and click layers, our layer tab right there.
Okay.
And then let's click this layer and go ahead. It's below the clipping layer, so you're not seeing the text. So drag it all the way up in your image. You want it to be above the model layer. No, click it right here and drag it up. Up, up. Oh, keep going. You want to be above the lady. There you go. Boom. Okay, so now you can see. All right, we're all seeing words. Now mine says lore, but it should be the Latin word. So what I'm going to do is what I can do is I can go over here to my layer where it's the T. I can double click it, selects all of that, and I'm going to make it smaller. So look, now I can make it smaller so it fits. Okay.
Have you typed on the landing there?
Yeah, let's go back. What do you mean?
Okay.
Double click on that.
Double click on what?
Here, let me just show you. I'll have you start over again. All right, boom. All right, before you type, make sure you're selected on the model layer, okay? So I'm just gonna do it again so everyone can see. I'm gonna take the text tool. I have my path up already and my text tool, right? You have your text tool? Yes? So click the T.
Click the T, which is over here.
Yeah, I think you're already on it, Cindy. You're good.
Okay.
Okay, so look at mine. You good?
How do I get back to the layer? Oh, okay. Got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now what's important if we're doing the path is we need this text tool to change from the box because the text tool is always going to be a horizontal text box. So if I click anywhere on there, it's automatically going to go left and right. But what I want to do is get on this, I'm going to undo. I'm going to get on this mask path. And in order to get on the path, I need to go to the end of the path here. And you'll note that the box goes away from the T and it becomes a squiggle. So that's a path tool. So now I click on that and you can see, boom, there it goes. Now what's important, you got that, Cindy? So look, go here to the very end. And once it looks there, click there and see what happens. Whoa, okay. So now you have the word lol, but mine's lore. So I'm actually going to click and drag and make it smaller so it fits there. And in fact, this is our opportunity to type to say, what is this woman going to say? And it's going to say, I'm going to say, what is new in fonts? Because this is my typecast, and this is what she's talking about. Yes, Tony?
Nothing is showing up for me.
Nothing is showing up for
Did it
me.
wrong or?
He probably did, but that's
Probably,
okay.
yeah.
That's why we're learning. Okay, now your typecast is below the clipping layer. So it's being clipped. So drag that one all the way to the top layer. Okay, but you did just drag your clip layer. So I think you disabled your clipping layer. Let's just undo. Okay, so now, oops, sorry. Click the typecast layer and drag that one to the top. Oh, wait. Nope, never mind. Put that one back. You want the mask path layer, right?
Yes.
And where is that one? I don't think you did it yet. So let's
Really?
scroll up. Oh, is it parentally?
No, that's just the.
Oh,
there.
that's
I
what you
just
put
that
on.
for fun.
Okay, so you haven't typed anything. So click on the model layer, which is the lady. Click on her. And now use your type tool. And get it to the very end to where it becomes a path type. Click on that. Okay, you're not seeing anything because you have 600 fonts. So if you click and drag it, it'll be smaller. There you go.
There we
There's
go.
low.
Okay.
So you probably need it a lot smaller. Look, my font size right there is 13 points, right,
Got it.
Cindy? So if you double click here, and then what you can do is change this to like 9 points. You can see it fits
Oh, I see.
and make it bigger or smaller, however you want, okay?
Mhm.
So let's go 12 points and say that's okay, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now, guess what? We have these fonts coming out of our mouth. Angel, yours is so big. So if you double click, you can make them smaller. And then you can change that. Remember, you can also like go over the T and scrub. All right, so you didn't select them all, which is fine. Here's a great way to select the layer, the entire layer. Look, you just made those 3 letters and you have a lot of others. If you go over here and select on the T, it selects all of them. So then you can go to here, right? What about my mom? Okay, what's new in fonts? Now, what I'm going to actually do in this is I'm going to affect my image. So what I actually want to do is like, I want to accent what's new in fonts. So I'm going to like select what is, and I'm going to change that style. Oh, I chose Arial Black. Okay, so I'm going to change the font so that I can actually go to Arial, I think. Let's change, I'm going to change my font up here. Let's just say Arial regular. Okay. What's new in fonts is what this lady's asking. For me, I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. What's new in fonts? Okay, there we go. And then I'm like, I want to make this a little cooler. So I'm actually going to select the word new. And guess what? Because I selected the word new, I can affect in my text layers, I can affect just those elements. So what does that mean is I can add a bold to this. And look on my image, and I'll make it bigger so everyone can see it. The word new is bolded. Wow, because I selected it. Wow. Wow. Okay. Or I can select the word new. And guess what? I could even affect the size. I can make the word new a little bit bigger. Whoa. Whoa. You can absolutely play around with this, okay? Okay. So now that we have this, what I'm going to do is we're going to now, everyone feel confident with this? We're going to move on. What's,
I didn't do anything to her.
you didn't do anything yet?
No.
All right. So basically the point of that is you can double click and select a part of it. Here, what do you want to type, Cindy? You ever just speak in Latin right now? Just type something. Type, I hate Photoshop, or I love soup, or Tim's the worst, or your mom. That would be
Okay,
fun.
I did it.
That'd be something. Great. Cool. So now what you can do is select a certain section and then make it bigger or smaller or change the font in just that one word.
I put what's new, bro.
What's new, bro? I love it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to copy this layer because we're going to adjust it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is there's a couple different ways to copy your layer. I'm going to copy this select type tool. I'm going to show you 3 ways to copy it. Number 1, edit, copy, edit, paste. Whoa, pretty cool, right? And I said it that way because that's the lamest way to do it. But did you everyone see that? I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna click on the layer I want right here. Okay, clicking on what's new in fonts or whatever you chose. Then I'm gonna go up to the edit button. I'm gonna say copy, and then I'm gonna say edit, paste. So I basically copied and pasted it. Okay. But Tim, you said there's 3 ways to do it. Yeah, there's another way. So I'm going to undo that. Let me show you another way. If I go over to this layer over here and I'm in the, everybody feel copy and edit, copy and paste. We're good right there. I'm going to teach you number 2 way to do it. Check this out. I'm in the layer window already. Yeah. See the layer window? And I have my type tool. If I click and I drag it down to this plus icon right here, it makes a copy of my layer. Whoa, there it's right on top of each other. It even keeps, when we copied and pasted it, it gave it a new position. But what if you copy the layer within the layer panel, it makes a copy on top of one another. And it's like, well, Tim, how do I know there's actually a layer? Well, look, I'm going to click and look. Now I have 2 versions. Whoa. So I just clicked one layer and I moved it. You have to change to the cursor tool to move it, Angel. If you're in the text tool, it thinks that you're going to want to change the font. So if you just click and drag in the middle and move it up, oh, look, you have 2. All right, that was 2 ways, right, Tim? Everyone feel confident about the copy way right there? The other way is just Command C, Command V, copy paste.
Yeah.
So if I choose this layer and I say Command C, which is copy, and Command paste, you can see it pasted a 3rd one there. Well, good news for me, because I wanted to say 3 things. I want to say, what's new in fonts? What's new in in 3D text? Oh, a little too small there. Let's go ahead and click that one. And I'm going to, I don't know, go right there. What's new in 3D text? And I want it to fit. All right. And then the final one is what's new in fonts, what's new in 3D text, what's new in heck yeah, I'm gonna say PS. All right. What's new in Photoshop? Look, she's saying a bunch of things. We're making a really cool cover, right? Yeah, right. Pretty cool cover, right? All right. But I want to make it to look a little cooler, huh? Let's go ahead. We're gonna warp our layers now. Once you have 3 layers there, let's go ahead and we're going to select the layer that we want. I'm going to warp what's new. I'm going to warp this layer. What's new in fonts? So I'm going to select that layer. I'm going to go up to type. So select your layer. What's new, bro? See, look, so you click and drag it right there. And you go like this. And you have 2 of them. Okay. So let's select one of these. We're going to go up to type. All right, everybody's up on type. You select your layer and type,
Yeah.
Or are you still having fun typing and making what she's saying fun? You have plenty of time to goof around or mess around, change the fonts, make it look cool. Are we all ready? We're going to click warp text. Boom. Okay. A window came up and it said none. So select your text layer, Marty. Go up to the text drop-down menu. No, warping. You're warping. We're all going to be warping. All right. So we're going to go type. We're going to go warp text. And then this window pops up. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can see it says style none. Well, guess what? There's a bunch of styles we're going to do. And I want everyone to choose wave. That's the one I'm going to. And what wave does is
Type it in.
if you click in the drop-down menu, you can see there's much options. Choose wave.
Wait, okay.
Now, what wave allows us to do is we can bend, ooh, just like a wave, ooh, crazy, right? Hue distortion. You can see it's 3D fonts, so it's actually like adjusting it on a 3D level, not just X and Y, but Z axis as well. So I want you to mess with the vertical and the horizontal, but remember, try to keep it legible. If you go too crazy like this one, why I can't read anything, right? Well, that's because the vertical is wrapping. So I kind of want to do what's new in 3D fonts. Okay. So that was the warp tool. Now I can select on it and you can see if I go and I go type, I have my warp text on. I can go ahead. That is just the wave. Feel free with these ones to mess with any of the warp. You can see that like you can do an upper arch. You can do a bulge. Some of these really like look weird because we're on a mask path, but the warp, like if it's a straight line, like if I went ahead and went up to my typecast here and I went to typecast. Oh, I have to say, okay. I'm going to go typecast here, and then I'm going to go type. I'm going to go warp text. And then if I select something like an arch, you can see that the arch can make the fonts go up, bend a little bit. Okay. That's with the horizontal text. But with the path, some of them look better than the others. Okay, but Tim, I want you to make all three of them different. Use different effects on there. Okay, Tim, now what else do you want me to do? Okay, we also want to just change the position. I don't like that they're just all coming out. Like one looks like it's coming out of her nose, the other's coming out of her chin, right? So I actually want them all to feel like they come out of her mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to transform this layer. And of course, I'm going to choose this layer. I'm going to say Command T for transform, which will get the box around it. If you have the box, remember what I can do is I can rotate my image. And look, I'm going to rotate it there and I'm going to move it up and I'm going to do that. And once I'm done, I either hit enter, return, or I hit check. And then this one right here, I'm going to transform and we'll go up here and they're all going to come out of her mouth. And then this one right here, I actually am going to warp. Let's warp it. And I'm going to, let's do the flag. Let's see what the flag looks like. All right. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Cool. You can't warp text? Okay, so that font might.
I'm blind.
Let me see. If it does it again. Oh, for that one? Oh, there you go. It might have had a bold on it that it couldn't warp. Like you might have had this special font.
So
yes.
what?
You can choose wave. You can put any one you want, Cindy, and then mess with the values to see
How do I
the
get
bend.
it down below her mouth?
Oh, you want it down below her mouth? Okay. So then we're going to be out of the warp. So if you want this one, we're going to select here. We're going to transform it. So let's select it and we're going to say Command T.
Command T.
Yep. All right, there's your box. Once the box comes up, you can rotate it, right?
Uh-huh.
See that?
Uh-huh.
Then once you're happy with it, you hit the check mark. Does everyone feel confident on this? I'm about
Can I put
to.
it really low here? Don't
You can move it wherever you want, Cindy. That's the fun of Photoshop. We can make
How
it.
do I do that?
You want to move it? Click in the middle. You can, drag it wherever you want.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but if you choose these squares, it'll adjust specifically a size
Oh,
or it'll rotate. Okay, I'll let you move it.
oh shoot.
Fit the window. View fit the window. Remember, Cindy? All right, everybody ready to move on?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Where's fit the window? Fit the screen.
Fit the screen. That's what I mean. Yep. There you go. Sorry. All right. What I'm going to do for the next part is we're going to add paragraph fonts in here. And what I'm going to do is I recommend let's use some rulers. I'm going to use some rulers. I'm going to put it right about a quarter away from the end. And then from the top, I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to basically mark off this area. And I'm going to use the rulers so that I don't, you can see I added rulers. And basically, I want my font to fit in here, this area. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes. So my rulers are here just as a safety precaution. Now with my text tool, I'm going to go here and go right up to this where I put my rulers. And I'm going to click, oops, I'm on the wrong. Oops. All right. I want to go over the lady and then, oh no, I keep selecting that. Okay. All right. I'm going to undo. Do I have quick select on? Is that my problem? Okay. Let's undo. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm messing everything up. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go right above the model. And then I'm going to select my text tool so that it becomes a box. And I'm going to click and drag. And what clicking and dragging gives me is basically, look, it gives me like a marquee tool. And then once I have the marquee tool, you can see that text automatically comes in there. So I'm actually going to make it smaller and fit or whatever. But look, it basically is aligning it to the right and it's coming in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to use a note. There's a note feature, right? Everybody loves the note feature. I totally use the sticky note all the time. It's never a feature that I'm only teaching me because it's an option and it's so valuable. It's totally great. You know, it's a good way to like send a review option. Someone can add a sticky note and say, hey, your thing looks awful. But personally, I'm teaching it because it's an option, but I have never once gotten a Photoshop sticky note ever in my life. But now you know how to do it, so you could probably use it. So you can add sticky notes by you go file share. Share for review. And then people can comment, and when they comment, it makes sticky notes. Pretty cool, right? But if we double click on the sticky notes, look, a new panel opens. Double click on that little sticky note down there. Double click on the yellow sticky note. You should probably have the cursor tool. Oh my God. All right, now we can see that the notes panel opens. If the notes panel is too small, you can click and drag it or resize it. And we can see, oh, look, in my notes, this is all the text that they want added to the thing. So what can I do? I can select all the fonts, or if it's already selected, guess what? Command C is copy. And then I'm going to go over to, oh, I moved my text layer, or my sticky, I added a sticky note, cool. What I'm going to do is now go onto this layer and I'm going to select it all and paste. And look, the trend cast. What's hot? Designer interviews. What's not? Comic Sans is not, Marty. Why'd you select Comic Sans? That's horrible. Makes me embarrassed. And script fonts. Okay, so the only thing that we can do is now that we have these paragraphs, they're right aligned. They showed up. You want to draw your tool. Once it's there, I just want you to design it to look better. And you can make it look better by selecting certain elements and changing the fonts and making them bigger or smaller. All right, the trend cast, cool, anchor jack. And oh, cool, I'm gonna actually like change this color. Let's make it blue. All right, that looks awful. So then what's hot? I want to make what's hot slightly bigger. Designer interviews. And what's not? I'm going to make that one slightly bigger too. All right. And guess what? Oh, the other thing to note is like the trendcast here. I'm going to select all of this, and just like all of the paragraph styles that we have in Word, we have them here too. So I'm going to select trendcast, and what I'm going to do is really mess with the leading, and that is how far the fonts are from one another. So I actually want them closer. So I'm going to go like 42, and that's this option right here. You can also see that there's kerning, which is how far apart the letters are. We can make the fonts wider. You can make them up or down. There's also the I'm currently in the all caps option, but I could do up or lower too, but I might have typed them all in caps. So, and there might not be up or lower in this font that I've chosen. The color is a question mark because there's multiple colors, and the size. There's just more and more panel options for you to choose. But yeah, when you make it a certain size, oh, that looks awful. I can't read that blue. But if I want that blue, maybe I'll add a layer style to it, right? I can go here and maybe add a stroke. Let's look at type layer transform. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna go ahead and add, let's add a drop shadow. All right, so right here, I'm gonna do drop shadow. Ooh, looky, cool. A drop shadow. All right, now I'm happy with this. Guess what? That's all we have to do today. Just that, Santi. That's all you have to do. But guess what? I should also say Command S, everybody. Command S is save. Oh, did I just crash my? Oh, there we go. Nope. File save. So once we have file save, we need to do two things, right? Before we are done with our Photoshop.
I need to do the last part.
Okay, I'll help you as soon as I'm done explaining
Yeah.
when we go in the lab. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, of course, say file export. I'm going to say export as. I'm going to change it to either JPEG, or a PNG. JPEG's fine. I'm going to export it, and I'm going to name it timworking.jpg. That's fine by me, but I'm going to like maybe say Tim export 07 export Tim, say export. Cool. Now from here, guess what? We can go back over here and go into our canvas. Let's go home. And guess what? I want to do all of the freaking work right now. Let's just do it so I don't have to do anything at home. So share your work. Cool. I'm going to go share my work, and I'm going to reply. And this is where I share the JPEG. I'm going to click external link. Oh, no. I'm going to select upload image. I'm going to click here. I'm going to choose my JPEG. I'm going to be like, that's beautiful, right? I love it. Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm getting pretty good at Photoshop finally. And then I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to just hit reply, and boom. Now Santi can comment for credit and say, Tim, you're really good. You're very inspiring, Tim. So there you go. That's it. Oh, it says I'm the teacher. But also you have to comment twice for full credit. Okay, so we did that. What else do we have to do? Well, Tim, you want to get all the credit, right? Of course I do. So now I'm going to go into week 7 assignment, where I have to show the example of typography. Yay. And I should go in the student view. So, because yours looks slightly different. So, look, click or drag here. Now, Angel, I'm uploading my file. Should I upload this JPEG? Should I upload this JPEG? What should I upload? The PSD file. Yay. All right. So now I have to remember where I saved it to. I probably saved it in my lesson 7 folder. All right. So let me look at lesson 7. 07. All right. Let's make sure it's in here. That's the wrong one. All right. Lesson 7. Come on. All right. Well, Okay, I can't find it. So it means I saved it somewhere dumb. So I'm gonna just go file, save as. And it's like, okay, I folded in a different folder, but I'm just gonna put it on my desktop so I can find it easy and say save, say okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to my desktop. I'm gonna say, there's my PSD, yay, upload. And then I'm going, it's uploading. Woohoo. So much credit coming to me, Tim. Oh, then I'm going to submit my assignment. There's going to be a little like confetti. Oh, I got butterflies today for some reason. And then I'm going to leave student view. And the last thing I have to do to get all the credit this week is take the quiz. Okay. Questions, comments, concerns. You can also have as much fun or as little fun as possible. When I show you the bare minimum, you could do the bare maximum, which is add a bare to the image. Oh, you know what I did do? I forgot to do. Mine's probably wrong. Well, what I want to do then is once we're done with our image, look at it. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? But look, I got all these dumb rulers on there and I have these dumb sticky notes. Well, let's go to view. And then if we click turn off extras, guess what? They're all gone now. Now I can see my image. All right. So I did that by saying view and I turned off extras or turned them back on. Also, notably, I have all these sticky notes. I can click there, or if I can control click on the sticky note, I can actually delete the note. It says, are you sure you want to delete this note? Someone wrote a really good note. And then I'm going to say, no, get rid of all these notes. I hate the notes. I don't need these notes. And then basically, though, the extras, the sticky note and the extras, even though I exported it, you'll never see it, right? The extras are just that. They're just visual representations that we won't get rid of. All right, Cindy, you got rid of your background layer, it looks like.
Yeah. It looks like I missed it.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not worried.
That's put that in my file. Yeah.
Well, let's just undo until we see what exactly.
Did I do?
Yeah, what did you do? Okay, there's your background.
That's fine.
There's your pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Got you back, Cindy.
Okay. Now, what you did the second time.
What I did the second time.
Yeah. The letters and stuff.
Oh, okay, those ones? All right, to do those ones, then what we're going to do is we're going to go right here with our text tool. And once the text tool becomes the box,
Mhm.
we want to select on the woman. Once it becomes the box right here, we can select and make a box.
Okay.
Boom. All right.
Okay.
Now let's make these smaller. And let's change it to a different font. Do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then what I did was I went ahead. So in one of these sticky notes, there's all your sticky notes right there, Cindy.
That's right.
Let's copy this. So we can go edit, copy. And then go back to our layer right here. We can say edit, paste. All right, now in this layer, we can go ahead and click this and make it bigger or smaller. Okay,
That's good. Everything's perfect.
you like that? You love it?
Yeah, love it.
All right,
Just
file,
file,
save,
save.
file, export, export as a JPEG. Say export. There's Cindy, cool. All right. Now we want to go, oops, not that one. Want to go back to our lessons here. Let's go to home. Let's go all the way down here, Cindy. Turn in your assignment.
Right.
We want to upload. There. This one right here. Say upload. You need help?
Yeah.
I'm talking to
Oh,
1 second.
we all need help.
Everybody needs help. I need help, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was going to show you guys one more thing, but let's get Cindy more. And then right here, share your work.
Right.
Oh, cool. Look at Tony's.
Mhm.
What's new in fonts? What's new in metal eating? All right. Pretty good. Parental advisory. All right, let's do send these. Click right here and upload your image. And I'm going to go to documents and say upload, and submit. Now, if you want, okay, you say reply, and if you want full credit, you need to reply and say something about Tony's.
Yeah.
And then reply and say something about mine. You have to do it twice. All right. You moved it?
And then reply again.
You need to reply to at least two. The clipping mask. Clipping mask seems to be there, but let's just.
All right, are you still down to work on that like Rose and Lisa was a manual? Yes. Okay, because me and Sam wasn't getting serious on the script.
Okay.
We need to get serious because I told him like, Jason wanted.
It might be because you have the pattern over. Okay, so you added the
Yeah, I just
pattern.
need to
That's
ask
the
the
problem.
Yeah.
So because you chose the effect pattern overlay, it's actually putting a pattern. So it's overwriting the clipping mask. That's fine, as long as you send me the file. I'm gonna look and say, okay, you did the clipping mask, but you also added a
Okay.
pattern overlay.
So
okay?
here's my
Yeah.
stuff right here.
Yep.
Now do I do again? What do I do now?
Okay, let's look. So you
I re-
uploaded
I
yours
re- I
already.
replied it. I replied.
You
to-
replied?
Yeah.
You have to do it twice. So here, reply to mine and then you're done. Tell me what you love. Tim, excellent job. Huzzah. Anybody else need help? Understand? Oh, there we go. Here we go. Where are we at? Ooh, I like yours. All right. So, first and foremost, let's go ahead and put this up here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go layer. I'm going to go create clipping mask. And look, it affects the layer that's below it. So you can see now you've got the metal. You basically use the type to make it metal. You got this part good? All right. And then, oh, you need to also do this part. So from here, so look, there's your ruler. You just pull it out and it goes right there. Like that. It's just a helpful visual tool. So then the next step was you're going to go here. You're going to click and you're going to drag this out here. That's going to allow you to have fonts. Okay. So then to get the stuff that everybody was talking about is right here, the sticky note right here. Yeah. Double click that. We're going to get that right there. And we're going to copy it. Let's see. And go to this layer. There you go. Now, once you're in here, you can change on the fonts of this little cool. Okay? So, double click this, smaller. Maybe you want to make this one bigger. By the way, I'm gonna undo it. Just make me do it. Or let me let you play with it, okay? Change the look. You can change the fonts. Okay. Cool.
I think
Play
I
around.
did. I think I did it all.
Hit reply and you're done, Cindy.
I'm done.
Yeah. All right.
Is that gonna go in my school?
Yeah, when in your school. You're in your school right now. Now remember, the only other thing to do each week is there is a quiz.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's the quiz right there.
Okay.
You're done. You're done for the day.
Okay.
I do want to show two things before you go, but
Oh, do
this
I
is not
close the
necessary.
window or not?
Yeah, you close your window, close your Photoshop when you're done. I saw this week and it made me think of this Fired on Mars. Big design. All right. Here you go, everybody. This is the trailer. That's not what I want. Where is it? Oh, come on. That's literally not the right one. It's wrong too. Maybe I thought this was an obvious clip, so maybe I just. All right, I'll have to find it. I must have saw it on a different, not on YouTube. It was really funny. All right, but that's not important. Not about Photoshop, at least. Okay. The last thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to go in the bridge, and I have this right here. This is just like extra credit. You don't have to do anything about it. Just option to learn about AI cooked into your Photoshop. All right. Okay. Hey,
You
how's
want
it
me to
going?
wait a few more minutes?
Oh, I'm almost done,
Okay.
but almost done. I can
I'll
help you in
wait.
just a
I'll
second.
wait. I have no.
Okay. All right. Basically, if I open up an image like this, who can tell me what font this is? Christmas ornament?
I don't know. It looks like a Christmas.
Well, if I open up a image, normally I would go over here and look at my type layer. But my type layer is not here. Why? Because the image got flattened. So the flattened image makes the file smaller, but it also combines all of our layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into type and I'm going to say match font. Now match font, I say, okay. I'm going to go ahead and draw a box around this. I'm going to use basically match font is a machine learning tool where it's going to go ahead. I'm going to draw as tight as possible to this so it can analyze just this area. I'm going to say Roman and it's going to search fonts. Did it say okay? Oh, did I turn it off? Shoot. Okay. I'm going to do I did it wrong. I'm supposed to do a marquee tool where I select as much as possible. And then I'm going to go type and I'm going to say matched font. It's searching there. And in the perfect world, if AI worked, oh, look, AI went ahead and analyzed this. And maybe it's not exactly the right font, but it's telling me, hey, these are the fonts that I think it is. And also it tells me like, hey, these are the fonts that you have loaded on your computer that will match this style of font. But these are also fonts that it might be that are on Adobe. So if you have a Creative Cloud account, you could download these fonts for free. And that is match font. Just wanted you all to know that, hey, the future is now AI technology. How many rainforests did that kill to make have that computer do that? Good question, but AI is going to be built into every thing we use. And I guess we just got to accept it. I mean, how is this different than spell check? Great question. It's not like I'm generating an image from anything. All right, we're done. You're good.
I used to have a program on my computer. I was on a disk, and I could do everything with this computer, this program.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could do posters, I know how to do. And for some reason, it just got deleted.
Hmm.
We don't have that anymore,
You don't remember what it's called?
but it had all the fonts on it, it had all the, you know.
Like a graphic design.
Yeah.
I remember those type of programs.
Remember? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and I loved it, because that's how simple it was.
Well, you just have to say, I'm in love Photoshop. Go from there. We'll learn from that till you love Photoshop, okay?
Mhm,
Because Photoshop got everything and then like a million times plus.
mhm. I think that's what they did, is when they did Photoshop, they got rid of all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much more advanced. They also don't have discs anymore, right?
And thanks for your help.
Of course, I'm always happy. That's why I'm here. And in fact, anybody, I want to check Zoom. I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to check. Whoa, look at my hair. Okay. I'm going to stop my Zoom. No one said anything, so I'm assuming you're all happy there. So I'm going to stop recording, but we're going to stay in lab. You can keep working. So